welcome and good evening to Adventures in DeFi Kingdoms. Raph streaming to you live high above the keep in the hot air balloon. Tonight we are doing some more AI After Dark. So let's have some fun with this tonight. I was playing a little bit of Armored Core earlier today. I've been really having fun with that game right now. First we're going to kick things off with a summons attempt. And we have a rare paladin and a rare dark knight going together to try to get that last stand and that giant slayer to mutate into a second life. Been going for second life a lot lately. It's been kind of like my primary goal right now. I feel like it's one of the best abilities in the game. It's the best ability in the game. And I feel like it's going to be worth more than rarity in the beginning and more than class in the beginning. So let's see what we get. So who's here from chat? I saw Grady here in chat. Give me a shout out if you're there. What do you want to see me make here, AI After Dark? I am thinking about making a new logo. I've had the same dinosaur logo for a really long time, and I'm thinking about dropping out something new. So go ahead and hit me up in chat if you're interested in something. Otherwise, I'm hoping this could be a content driven by you watchers out there. So what do you want to see in chat? Grady, do you need a new profile pic? What do you want to do for AI After Dark? All right. Of course, this hero's not going through. Let's see if we can get this to speed up. All right. While we wait for this hero to pop out of the portal, let's jump over into the trusty old stable diffusion and let's start cracking away. So first off, we are going to stick with the theme style of the game right now. Like cartoon. We're going to put this at the end, of course. So what do we want to have? We want to have a green dinosaur that is running with a small hot air balloon in the distance of an open field. Style. Let's see if we can invoke enough styles here to make this turn out like we'd like. Default negative prompt here. We're going to jump this up to 30. And I always like to see what the first image pops out before I bump up the image quantity to more than one. Alright, I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty happy with the first image at the moment. We're still getting some rendering going on. Alright. This is absolutely fantastic so far. So I think we are on the right track. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bump up the batch count to 5. And let's go ahead and hit generate. I'm going to jump back over into chat and see what you guys want to see. So, all right, we're doing AI After Dark. For those of you newcomers or new viewers, this one is going to be a viewer-driven stream. So if there's anything that you want to see or a profile picture that you would like made, let me know. I'm working on creating my new Discord profile picture and kind of playing off of some of the themes of what I've done historically, which is the dinosaur that we've done forever, and the hot air balloon, some of my favorite things, and trying to mix those together and adopt the same cartoon art style that we're going to be using for the game that we are in alpha testing for. I actually have some great news for the game right now. We have been granted raffle tickets, and Neindorf was able to buy a raffle ticket for like zero 0.1 joule or whatever the cost was, and we are hoping to open up raffle tickets to our viewers here as soon as possible. All right, really like the look of these dinosaurs starting to pile in. Oh, that one is a little too silly. We are a few seconds away from having them all created. Let's see what we got. All right, pretty silly. A lot of arms, extra arms there. This one looks a little robotic, and it's kind of floating through the air. I like this one a lot. I think this is this one's gonna take the cake. So we're gonna copy this image. Let's send it over to image for some additional generation. And let's say hot air balloon, the words. Okay, it's hard to get words onto an object, so we're gonna do that. And let's see if we can get that to show up. I'm going to change our denoising strength here to 0.5. Let's try batch count of 3. Let's see what this looks like for starters. Curious to see what this will knock out. But pretty impressed so far. I like the initial dinosaur, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get words onto the hot air balloon. Dinosaur's good. Words on the balloon will be great. So, we might actually have to just add images together. Ooh, I like this second guy, a little angrier. Alright, so this one's really good. So we're going to want to take that later. We're going to go back to text to image, and we're going to take this and see if we can get the, oops. We're going to see if we can get that initial image to show up here with the words on it. All right, bump this down to 2. And words are supposed to, or letters and words are supposed to be able to populate better in SDXL, which is the latest version of Stable Diffusion. We'll see if that's the case. It's a chunky little dinosaur here. Oh, I see our transaction just popped through. The dinosaur is the hot air balloon. This is the high quality content that people are coming for. This is absolutely fantastic. I love it when Stable Diffusion goes awry. That is hilarious. Alright, so we're gonna try to say, we're gonna get rid of the dinosaur. Small hot air balloon. Words 80 of K in the distance, and we're going to see if we can get that to populate the words, because it really is fixated on the dinosaur at the moment, hence the dinosaur balloon. That looks like it should be in the Macy's Day Parade. Alright, jumping back over to here to opening the summoning crystal, we have a paladin with some sexy pink hair. This is super duper, so hopefully we get some good mythic vibes here. And we have a uncommon paladin pirate. Let's check this out. With Giant Slayer. Okay, Giant Slayer came through. That's good. That's good. We'll be able to do a lot with this guy. All right. Ooh, okay. This one, we're getting close. We have ADKK. That is not what we're going for. Starting to denote some some wrong vibes here, but I like the artistic style of this one. And so we are probably going to take that seed and use it over here. And I should probably say, instead of the words ADFK, the letters. We're going to let it go ahead and finish its current batch here. See if we can get it. Missing the F again, it looks like. Can't always get it right. Boy, it really wants to throw in a black and white photo, which I am not a fan of. I actually might throw this back to a random seed. Let's do that. We might just have to bump the batch count up. Take our time and start looking for another hero to summon while we wait. Alright, I like the open field here. Ooh. Pretty much hieroglyphics. That's not gonna do. We're gonna take the weighting off this and see if we fare any better. That's not gonna work. Not one bit. I like the hot air balloon here at the initial start of this picture. That should be good. ADFK right there. Wow. That one worked. See, sometimes when you add weighting to things in the new Stable Diffusion XL, I feel like it works even less. Hence the actual quality of what we just did. Now we're in a bit of a tricky spot, unless the next two images pop out great. Ooh, that one's pretty good. What if I like the letters, but what if I don't like the hot air balloon? What do I do? And how do I combine these together? So we're gonna throw these over into Photoshop. And I'm working on creating some game art right now. So let's go a new file, custom. We're going to create a 1024 by 1024 because that's the image quality that I'm going to be bringing in. And first, we're going to go to image. We're going to grab this dinosaur because we like this dinosaur a lot. So we're going to throw this guy in. And then we're going to jump back over to the text. Alright, that looks pretty darn good. Wow. So I like bits and pieces of the different balloons here. I really like this balloon here from a color scheme standpoint. And I like this balloon, obviously, because it clearly depicts a word. So let's try to take this guy in. We're going to try to do a lot of image editing here to make it fun for all of you viewers here at home. I'm going to jump over to Photoshop because I know when you see me copying and pasting, you can't see Photoshop at the moment. Okay, so let me go to OBS and switch over to Photoshop. Alright, so Photoshop is on. Here we go. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to try to get these letters of ADFK positioned appropriately, and we're going to throw a mask on this because pretty much we want nothing except the ADFK. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a mask and a brush here. Our opacity needs to be up. So what I'm doing is I'm blending these two pictures. All right. Now I'm going to try to position the ADFK right where I want it. All right, I want it here. That looks like that plays pretty darn well. All right, first off, we need to get rid of this. So we are actually going to brush this out for real. All right, so we need to change the color of that brush. All right. Don't want to get rid of the lines of the balloon if we can't. And I'm grabbing the image color of each section of the balloon. Oops, clearly did not there. And that's because I want to take the shading that is already provided by Stable Diffusion here. And that is a pretty decent mask, I would say. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Let's get this guy in. Alright, so now we need to manipulate the mask of the ADFK. We're going to get the brush out. We are going to bump our opacity up. Oops. I definitely can hit these clouds here. That's fine. Can hit over here. All right. Can hit over here. All right, I really like how this is starting to look. All right, now we gotta zoom in and hit in between the letters now. This could be some time consuming here, but you know, we want our letters to have a little bit of a shadow. All right. Alright, I like how this is turning out. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm just continuing to... Oops. Just continuing to zoom in. And I'm just touching that up. And I'm revealing the photo underneath. Here's what I'm doing. Because I like the balloon from underneath. Oops, went a little too far. All right. I like the shading under the K there. That feels appropriate given what we're seeing for, well, maybe not. Let's make it a little smaller. Actually, here's what we're gonna do. Make it smaller, and we're gonna turn our opacity down a lot. There we go. All right, that's a lot better. All right. Yeah. Turning the opacity down even more. Okay. What I want to do is make sure I'm not... Well, that's way too much down. I'm trying to not get bright spots here. Getting a little picky. Got a couple bright spots there that I don't like, so we're gonna switch this back. All right, you know what? I think that's starting to turn out pretty darn good. Okay, so we like the balloon. Ooh, you know what? Actually, this is too translucent on the F, so we need to... Opacity out here at 100%. Ooh, bringing a lot of brightness to the F. So let's get opacity here at 50%. Let's get a bit of a bigger brush. Okay, that's a lot better. We're going to get parts of the letters that we want to see that we did not see. Oh, that's really coming through here. I like how it's like adding the shadows in too. That is just, it's looking good. All right. So this is the power of Photoshop when you can combine it with Stable Diffusion. That is the best ADFK hot air balloon that we've created to date, for sure. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna merge these layers and take that visible layer and say we're set. All right, so now we need the dinosaur here. We need the hot air balloon. Hot air balloon is gonna shrink and it's gonna get right there. Throw a mask on it. we're going to do a lot of what we did just a moment ago. I will say I don't love the green sky of the I don't like the bleeding I'm getting there. I do not like the green sky of the dinosaur, but we want to clean up the picture first. Okay, so here's what we're going to try to do. Select color range. Well, I'm on the dinosaur. I'm going to select a color range. And I'm adding color to it. So I'm taking all of that color there. I'm going to take that color and I'm going to put it over here so I can brush it into this blue color. That's much better. Much better cloud. All right. So now that we have a better sky, oh, we got some weird brush this out. Brush this out here. All right, we like the blue sky. If we go here, our blue sky is naturally blocking our hot air balloon. So now we're gonna add a mask to the blue sky. I don't want to paint the blue sky. Add a mask to it. There we go. Let's get that back a little bit. Flow down to 0%. Opacity up a lot. We don't want, the flow will help it like kind of bleed. We don't really want those other colors from the hot air balloon here. All right. but we would love a cloud or two. So here's what we're going to do. Merge these visible layers. Jump over to here. Start trying to figure out where these clouds are and reveal them. Bump the flow back up. Oh, there we go. All right. I like how these clouds are turning out now. Now we need to make the ADFK sign just a little more sharp. So we're just going to do basic brushing here. Get rid of some of those extra colors on the outside of the balloon. Let's get a little more pure blue. All right. I feel like that's coming together nicely now. It's going to make a great profile picture for my Discord. All right, so those are the possibilities of what you can do with Stable Diffusion and Photoshop blended together. Really excited about the ADFK hot air balloon and dinosaur going on at the same time. Let's jump back over to chat, see if there's any questions. No questions. All right, well, thank you for tuning into AI After Dark. Strikes back again, and I hope you have a great night.